Good afternoon, dear students. We have already seen that playing with numbers, in which we have discussed about factors and multiples. Now here we will be discussing about two different types of numbers. That is, first number is prime number and the second number is composite numbers. Already we have seen natural numbers, whole numbers, integers. Now we will be discussing certain parts. That is another important part, that is prime number. So what is a prime number actually? A prime number means, so write prime numbers. Those numbers, those numbers who, those numbers which have only two factors, only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself. Means, suppose I say 2. What are the factors of 2? Factors of 2 are 1 and 2. If I say 3, what are the factors of 3? 1 and 3. If I say 4, what are the factors of 4? 1, 2 and 4. So here we can see that we are having 3 factors. So this particular 4 number will not be considered to be a factor. Rather, it will be called as composite number. It will be called as composite number. So those numbers which have only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself, is said to be prime numbers, and those numbers which have more than two factors are said to be composite numbers, like 6. Okay, what are the factors? 1, 2, 3 and 6. Here we are having 4 numbers. So this is an example of composite number, Cn. Now if I write 7, what are the factors? 1 and 7, right? So this is an example of prime number. Okay, this is an example of prime number. Now, based on this, the smallest prime number in a number will be a 2. In a number set, the smallest prime number is a 2. It is also called as even number. It is also called as prime number. So this is an important part. In most of the competitive exams, they ask, write the smallest prime number. So generally student gets confused. They say that the smallest prime number is 3. Therefore they think that 2 is an even number. It is not a prime number. But here they make mistake that 2 is a prime number as well as an even number, smallest even number. So this is the important point here. Now second, what is co-prime numbers? Co-prime numbers means, co-prime numbers, first of all it is understood that it will be a type of prime number only. It will be a prime number whose common factor is always 1. Prime number, in front of that we are having co-prime number. So definitely it will be a set of prime number having only 1 as the common factor. Example, we have 3 and 5. Example, we are having 5, 7. Okay, these are prime numbers, co-prime numbers, like 1, 3. Co-prime numbers. What are the common factors? 1 and the number 1 itself here. Here again 1 and 1. Here 1 and 1. There is no other common numbers which are having common factors. So the common factor is only 1. So those type of numbers are said to be co-prime numbers. Now we have twin prime number. This is co-prime number as well as twin prime number, means having a number, having a prime number. First let me write twin prime number. Twin prime number means set of numbers, set of prime numbers whose common difference is always 2. For an example, here only I wrote 3 and 5. This is a co-prime number. It is called a twin prime number. Why? Because they are in pair. Twin means 2. Twin means, understood, the twin brothers, we say twin brothers, twin sisters, that means judwa. So here we are having twin prime numbers. So 3 and 5. So what is the common difference? It is always 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. If I write 5 and 7, then it is also a twin prime number. Common difference is 2. Then we write 7 and 11. Now, is it a twin prime number? The answer will be no, sir. 7 minus 11 minus 7 is 4. So it is not a twin prime number. So 3, 5, 5, 7, 1, 3. All these are called as twin prime numbers. The difference between these two prime numbers should always be 2. Then it is considered to be a twin prime numbers. And co-prime numbers means a numbers which have a common factor only 1. Now we have triplet prime number. Triplet prime number means having 3 set of numbers like 1, 3 and 5. What are the differences? 2 and 2. Common difference is 2. Again I can write 3, 5, 7. Common difference is 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. So these are the 3 triplet prime numbers having common differences of 2. So one set of numbers, second set of numbers. This is twin prime numbers. This is co-prime numbers. This is prime numbers and composite numbers. And I hope it is clear that what is the difference between prime numbers and composite numbers? A number which have only 2 factors, that is 1, and the number itself is said to be prime number, and the numbers which have more than 2 prime numbers are said to, more than 2 factors are said to be composite numbers. That means all those numbers which are not prime are said to be composite number. All those numbers which are not prime is said to be composite numbers. Then based upon prime numbers, we are having co-prime numbers where common factor is only 1. And then we have twin prime number where the common difference between the prime number is always 2. Then we have triplet prime number where we have 3 set of numbers, 3 numbers in which the common differences are always equal to 2. So I hope it is clear based upon the numbers, types of numbers, and then what types of numbers we have. So based on this, you all have questions to find out which are prime numbers and which are composite numbers, and I hope this much of explanation will help you in finding out the solutions. Now I will be discussing the divisibility rule of certain numbers. Now divisibility rule. So what is the divisibility rule? Suppose I have a number 14. Now is it divisible by 2? How will you say? Since it is a small number, we all know it comes in a table of 2, so it is divisible. Divisible and factors. I have told you last time when I was teaching you about the factors that a number which is completely divisible by another number means a number which completely divides the other number, leaving a remainder equal to 0, is said to be a factor of that particular number. Like I have given you the example that 6. 2 is a factor of 6 because 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3, remainder is equal to 0. So 2 was considered to be the factor, and again 3 was also considered to be the factor because 6 divided by 3 was 2, remainder equal to 0. All of you must be knowing, all of you must have remembered that when we divide a number with another number, if remainder is equal to 0, then that particular number is said to be the factor. Now here in divisibility also same thing. If I say 14 is 2 divisible, if is 2, does 2 divide 2? That means 14 divided by 2 is 7, remainder is equal to 0. Now when we say that 2 divides 17, leaving quotient is equal to 7, remainder is equal to 0, here 2 is also called as factor, but we can also say that 14 is divisible. Here we say 2 is factor of 14, right? And if I write 14 is divisible by 2. What is the difference? Here I am writing 2 is a factor of 14, and in opposite direction I am writing 14 is divisible by 2. Divisible by 2 means remainder is equal to 0. Now if I say like 2, 8, 9, 6, 4, 3, 2. Now is this number divisible by 2? Is this number divisible by 2? How to know? This is a very big number. This was a small number. We have very easily said, yeah, 2 sevens are 14, sir, it is divisible. Okay, right, correct. Now what about this? How to identify? Now there is a rule that if a number is said to be divisible by 2, number is said to be divisible. Number is said to be divisible by 2 when the unit place digit of the given number is either 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. If the unit place of the number is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, then we can say that that particular number is completely divisible by 2. If I have 3 also here, no problem. If I have 9 also, no problem. If I have 7 also, then also no problem. The unit place should always be 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Either of these 4 numbers. Any one. If it is 8, then also we can say it is divisible. If it is 6, then also we can say it is divisible. If it is 4, then also we will say, no need of saying these all numbers. We will see the last digit and then we will say, yes, it is divisible. Why? Because it is because the number at unit place is 0. The number at unit place is 2. If I have like 3, 6, 7, 9, 4, is it divisible by 2? Yes, sir, it is divisible by 2. How? How you can say? Because unit place digit is 4, sir. So it is divisible. Now let's check whatever I am saying. Is it true or wrong? No. 3, 6, 7, 9, 4 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 minus 16. 2 8s are 6. 2 8s are 16. Finished. 7. 2 3s are 6. 1. Then we have 9. 2 9s are 18. 1. 2 4. 2 7s are 14. So this particular number is divisible by 2, leaving the quotient. Now, is this number divisible by 2? No, sir. This number is not divisible by 2. Why, sir? Why? Because the digit at unit place is not 0, neither 0 nor 2, 4, 6, 8. It is not an even number, sir. So this number is not divisible by 2. So I hope all of you understood. By seeing the unit place digit, you can identify whether a number is divisible by 2 or not. Now, same is the case with 3. If I have a number like 3 9 6 4 7 2 9 2, if the last two digits are divisible by 3, then we can say that this particular number is divisible by 3. Like, or you can say like 7 plus 2 29. Okay, one more steps I have for checking the divisibility rules. Now let me clean the board so that it will be easy. Now you write, a number is said to be divisible by 3. A number is said to be divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits are divisible by 3. That means if I say, is it 27 divisible by 3? Sir, you will say, yes sir, it is divisible. It is very small number. 3 nines are 27. Now the rule says that first you add all the numbers. 2 plus 7, that means 9. Now is this number divisible by 3? Yes sir. Now if this number is divisible by 3, that means this whole number will be divisible by 3. If I have like 117, is this number divisible by 3? Sir, this is a new number, we don't know. Now the condition says that you have to add all the numbers. 1 plus 1 plus 7, that means 9. 7, 9 plus 7 plus 1, 8 plus 1, 9. 9 is divisible by 3, right? 9 is divisible by 3, that means this whole number is divisible by 3. Now let us see whether this number is divisible by 3. 3 plus 9, 12, 12 plus 6, 18, 18 plus 7, 25, 25 plus 2, 27, 27 plus 2, 29, 29 plus 9 is 38. Now, 8 plus 3 is 11. 8 plus 3 is 11. So, this number is not divisible by 3. So, this particular number will not be divisible by 3. Now, if I write, instead of 2, I write 3. Now, let us see. Or, no need of writing here 3, I will be writing 2 here. Here, I will be writing 4. Okay. Now, still it is 2 here. Now, we will see. 9 plus 4, 13. 13 plus 6. 13 plus 6, 19, 19 plus 7, 26, 26 plus 2, that is 28, 28 plus 2, 30, 30 plus 9 is 39, 39, 9 plus 3 is 12, 2 plus 1, 3, so 3 is divisible by 3, or you say here only you can say it is divisible, so the entire number will be divisible by 3. So the rule says you have to sum of all the digits. If it is divisible by 3, then the entire number will be divisible by 3, and in case of 2, you have to see the unit place. If the number at unit place is 0 or 2, 4, 6, 8, either of these numbers, then the number will be divisible by 2. Now, divisibility by 4. Divisibility by 4. Now, what is the divisibility by 4? That last two digit should be divisible by 4. If last two digits are divisible by 4 of a given number, then the entire number will be divisible by 4. Suppose I have like 624. Now last two digit is 24. 24 is divisible by 4. So this entire number will be divisible by 4. If I have 576, if this last two digit is divisible by 4, last two digit means these two, then definitely the entire number 1302, whatever it is, this will be divisible. So we can check 76 divisible by 4. 4 ones are 4, 3, 6, 4 nines are 36. So this entire number will be divisible by 4. Suppose 4, 3, 0, 7, 1, 2, 6, 5, 7, 6. Now is it divisible? Sir, this is a very big number. How we will say? No, you have to just see the last two digits. You have to divide in the rough side. Is it divisible? Yes, sir, it is divisible by 4. That means the entire number will be divisible by 4. Here this n number is divisible by 4. Understood? Now divisibility by 5 is very easy. If the unit place is 0, if the unit place of the number is 0 or 5, then the number will be divisible by 5. If the unit place of any number is 0 or 5, then that particular number will be divisible by 5. And for 4 already I told you. So 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I think it is clear from my side. You all just try to practice more and more divisibility rule, because it will help you. It will help you in increasing your calculation. It will give you a fast calculation method and trick to use when you have to see big numbers and then simplify into smaller numbers. Like in case of fractions, when we have big fractions, we divide into smaller numbers, simple fractions, so that our answers will be correct. So this divisibility rule is very important from the exam point of view, as well as to increase up your speeds. I hope from this much of ideas you all will be able to check the numbers up to 5. Thank you.